All right, we are live. Hi, folks in the cyberspace world. Hey, we're just having troubles with Zoom going live, but it should be hitting the live stream any second now with Rose on the
It's live. It's live already. Yay! Yeah, it's there. It's good.
Okay, so we've got Rose here from the Great Awakening Generator channel. She's on Zoom and YouTube, and you'll see both of us there on her links. And on my links, you've got me, and you'll hear Rose in the background as we have a great conversation on whatever's happening around the world and galactically and whatever else happens today. So yeah, put in the comments, everybody, on what you want questions, answers, on what you want us to work on. And here we go. Rose is going to introduce everything. Go, Rose.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Great Awakening Generator. And as you've heard, I am Rose McNair, your host. So good to be back this week with all of you. I hope you've had a great week. I think some people might say I've had an interesting week, apart from it being great. But yeah, what about you, Chantelle? How was your week?
Yeah, this week I've had a very interesting week. I probably I would call a healing reaction. So I've come down with the flu, which is quite common after you've had a massive energetic session. So yeah, completely normal. I'm not foolproof, so so I'm a bit croaky this morning, but otherwise all good to go. So yeah, interesting week. It's been a very time restricted week, so very busy. So we were talking about timelines earlier, so and it makes a lot of sense. So Rose can explain a bit more about that, but yeah.
What I will explain, as I was saying to you, we are currently, like, you asked me about my week, and I said, well, I don't know what I'm busy with, but it feels like the time is not enough. Mm-hmm. It's less. So I listen to Tim Wilde a lot. He's from the south of England, and he was talking about time over the last few months, and we no longer have 24 hours in a day. We're having more like 16 hours a day. So if you're trying to get what you used to do 2 years ago in your life, all those meetings you had, all those things, the super mom you were, and you know, all those things, and I know that you still are super moms and amazing business people and all of that, but the thing is that the time has changed, and what we used to try and get done in an 8-hour workday, for example, is reduced to maybe a quarter of that, or you know, maybe, I don't know, less than 50% of it, but not necessarily a quarter. So be easy with yourself in terms of that. Yeah,
I'm always saying trying to fit everything in 24-hour days. I need, you know, twice a day in one day. So just let you know, we've got people coming through on the live feed. So Miss C, she knows who she is. She's on interacting with me. So thank you very much for testing that, Miss C. And definitely got you in the mix of things, as well as Mr. S, who you commented on. So yeah. So guys, so we're just going to talk about some stuff. Please interact with us, ask some questions, and we will try and answer them as best as we can, or ask the Alpha Wisdom, and we'll do some group healing till the end of the session. So yeah, and if you don't know who I am, I'm basically Chantelle from Bioenergetics. You can find me on my website, bioenergetics.co.nz, and I'm an energy alchemist. So basically I channel energy and I transform energy, and we try and change it from one state to another, hence the healing sessions. And I call in a lot of friends, as we would say, from different realms, and you may see them. You may find your gifts enhanced as we do a group treatment. I'm just here as a tool, so as a channel, and we go from there. And I also teach a lot of people how to do what I do, and especially cultivate chi, which is life force, which basically everybody needs, because if you don't need it, you would not be in this physical realm. So get in touch if you want any more. So but anyway, Rose, what is your surprise of the day, or the week, should we say? She's always had something surprising to talk about. So
I had so many things to do, to talk about today, and so many surprises this week. But I want to quickly say, I'll tell you those things, because we talked about light language last week. And I said I'd come back and we'd talk about it this week, but we're not going to talk about it extensively. I want to invite you. I will do some language if that's okay with you, Chantelle,
Definitely.
just before you start the transmission, because I'll take us in with the language. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
right.
Love it.
But there's a couple of things outside of that I want to say quickly. Now, if you, like me, started off the week feeling energetic, mobile, flexible, lots of vuma, it's an African word, vuma for energy.
Yeah.
Then that was like really good. But what I found is I got to Wednesday and I was like, oh, I feel like I am once again struggling emotionally, physically, all of that. And I'd had energy healing last week. I'd had a reading last week. So I was in a high, after us doing the live transmission. Yeah. So much clearing, especially you talked about kidneys, and I could tell that my kidneys were having a flush out. So, won't go to the details of that, but okay. But I want to share something with you, and hopefully that comes up now very quickly, because what I realize, or what I've just read today, is that just this morning I read, this is it. I'm quoting a lady called Sarah Ariana, and if you're ever wondering about this, because we don't, here in the Southern Hemisphere, we don't talk about the solar flashes and the Schumann resonance as much as people in the Northern Hemisphere are doing it. Yeah. But they're happening, and when they're happening, they're affecting our physical bodies. Yes. So she says, the Schumann reached an amplified peak of 62 hertz today. Wow. And she put this up 4 hours ago. And the Earth's magnetic field is currently labeled as unsettled. You may find you're out of sorts and you're feeling a bit off. If you're exercising or feeling there needs a bit of movement for your body, you may find all you can do is gentle yoga. You may also find you're not as hungry and you don't want to eat as much. Hydration and grounding are key right now. There are huge shifts occurring within our energy fields, and we dive deeper into. She's talking about her video. She'll talk about it tomorrow, whatever. But what I want to point out is this is not an advertising stint or anything. I want to say that these things are happening outside of us, and a lot of us aren't aware that the Schumann resonance, the solar flashes are happening, and it's affecting our bodies. Yeah. So be easy with yourself.
Definitely. And I found this week, I don't know why coincidences, but I've had at least 2 sore backs, really, really bad backs, come through the system. So people are straining their back. So flexibility definitely is in there. And me too, I haven't been hungry, and I've also had a healing reaction after last week's high. So definitely there is stuff happening. And early hours this morning this week, no kidding, when I do my Pangu, I have seen meteorites coming through Auckland. So,
awesome.
So there's definitely action out there in the atmosphere. So I can definitely feel it.
Yeah, and if you're feeling tired, if you're fatigued, just remember it's another way of balancing your body, because it's going through so much. And remember that we're becoming more crystalline, and so the body is having to adjust to the changes and all the downloads we're getting. So I'm actually gonna leave it at this. At the end of I actually feel like I did pull a card from the Magic of Unicorns deck. By the way, everybody, it's here. I got it.
So we were talking about unicorns last week. It was amazing.
That's right. Yeah, it's arrived, but I feel like there's so much. It's such a loaded message today, and I feel like I did pull a card, but I don't want to talk about this card because that's another aspect completely. And then perhaps there is a card for next week, and I'll pull cards next week and see if that comes up, and we'll talk about it. Yeah. But just the long and short of it is that if you're finding things coming up, that's karmic connections with people energetically and all of that, just remember that we are clearing a lot of our karma at the moment. Yeah. If old stuff is resurfacing, memories are coming back, and we're clearing karma. Yeah. So we're going through some amazing, interesting transformation. But Earth is moving into phase 2. Yeah. Moving into phase 2 of it, into becoming a phase 2 planet in the galaxy. And that's what we need to do. And we do it. Yeah.
So we're talking about that. My theme this week was having with Jashikta was the energy of life. And it just happened to flow on from our conversations last week. And this week is all being about that. So the energy of life is the energy of life. Okay, so it's basically in here. Well, it is our energy. It knows all about us, and it puts things in front of us one step at a time of where we can reach our human potential, like our potential, our soul purpose, our soul energy. So yeah, you may feel down at the moment, but there may be a reason why. It may be for you to sit back, relax, and see what's out there, opportunities. Okay, just interact with life. We all have, like, vision boards and stuff like that, but to actually step into that path, you need to interact with it. So it may be a time for rest and recovery at the moment, but be mindful of what's around you. Go looking in dark spaces and find gratitude, or find the pleasant or beautiful things in the dark things, because you don't know what's going to be there. And so that was my message this week: is as work with the energy of life. It presents opportunities. It may be tiny as one people at a time, but definitely it knows a hell of a lot more than what we do. So as we say, recover and look, start looking in different directions. Okay, I just want to say shout out to, we've got Miss L and Karen. I'm sorry, Karen, she's not on there, but she's mentioned in it. And Miss Kim is online. So yeah, so we've got some interaction, guys. Put some in the comments what you want me to work on today, so we can do a nice group session too. Okay, so
yeah. And I want to say, sorry if I haven't said this before, welcome everybody, and welcome to anyone who's watching live on the Great Awakening Generator. I had somebody watching live last week, but because I'm not looking at the screen, like I'm not looking at the live side going on, I cannot see that you're there because I'm in the Zoom.
Yeah.
So, but thank you very much for joining us. I know that somebody was waiting, and I really appreciate your support and that you are actually waiting for these sessions, because whilst people don't watch live, sometimes most of the time they're watching outside of live, and there's a lot of interesting comments. Like somebody in South Africa is watching us, Chantelle.
Wow.
Was watching us last week. And then I have other people like saying to me that there's a lady on the healers of the People's Health Alliance that was saying she's loving what we're doing here in the transmission. People are really attracted to the transmissions that you're doing. So just so you're aware.
Yeah, cool. And that's what it's all about, a group. So when we get together as a group, we have called synergy of energy. So we're all using each other's energy, and this is what helps healing, or helps us all heal and direct it. So I'm just going to be directing the energy, really. So what I'm going to do is put things onto a magical clipboard, and we'll go from there. So as your comments coming in, I'll sort of tune into it to you and put those energies, your comments onto the clipboard, and then overall we'll start a treatment. So keep
okay, so
I
can see that you are getting ready, but we had said we would do. I had said we do a bit of our language. Yeah. So if you're okay, we'll start that now. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it. Let's do it.
All right, everyone. I want to give you a little bit of just say this. The language that comes out, I don't know what's going to happen now. All right, it's just going to come out in the moment. If I sound like I'm toning, like I say or something like that, because toning is very good. It clears the energy space, so that might come out because maybe that's what we need. I don't know. All right, only they will know we will know it when it comes out. If you're finding it unusual or strange, I want you to please be encouraged. That's okay, but keep an open mind is what I will say to this, right? Remember, the light language is the soul's memory of languages. I have many languages, I'll say in advance. I have many languages, and in the last week, I got a download of a Pleiadian Lyran dialect, which came out in one of my other sessions. I didn't hear it before. It was really weird, even to me. Okay, so I'm going to do probably for just about a minute, or how they lead us. Okay, but it's not very long. Yeah. So
I can feel them all coming in. There's lots of
all right,
here.
so right, everyone. Yeah. I'm going to put myself on musician's mode. Chantelle, for purposes where you might get feedback, can I get you to put yourself on mute, please, for this?
Sure, I can. Okay. So I'm just going on mute on the Zoom call, guys. So there you go. I'm still live on my end.
Okay, everybody. I'm going to invite you to take a moment.
Center.
Breathe in through the nose. Push the breath all the way down to the belly. Bring it up very gently. And then when you get to your torso, pause a little bit. Pause. And then very gently bring it up and breathe it slowly out of your mouth. Try to be grounded. Keep your feet flat on the ground. Take 2 more breaths like that. Iko kia kora iko faina koa yoyam mahi ho 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 mahi ike amakuto makita mago ai ai ho sai kato fa kita fai kuto mai kete mo kete fea O kamasiya ho kita payo ragtamam O kamafira makiko nagiyama ho ahiya ahiya kinamakiko ma Kinamakito mai tupai no kutupai nai. Otamakita mate kai tufana katai romaya ha iya
Wow.
Take a deep breath, take a deep breath, take a deep breath. Come back to your space. Onakatakatai na kato, tapai na kuru tapakishta tupton, karai tumarai, tuptate, tapai katapai, tatai katotfuhoa. Temerekita, toksana kitabari guru, kashta tatapoina karakai, tofranaye. You're very welcome here. You're very welcome here. Murukatamaya, kasmako tovanana katotapai, totofrendai, tokloshtakti. Thank you. Thank you. We can answer any questions after Chantelle does the transmission. And please feel free to share your comments, any thoughts, any interpretations you might have received from that. Very much. Over to you, Chantelle.
Wow.
You're on mute.
I'm on mute. I'm just unmuting myself on Zoom. There we go. Back on Zoom. So, wow, Rose, that was absolutely amazing. Different dialect that I've ever heard before. So, yeah, very interesting, and lots of energy flowing around me. So, it was amazing.
Great.
Thanks, Rose. I love light language. It's such an amazing energy to be with, to be surrounded with. It's very homely.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is, but it's homely to me. It just feels so homely. Okay, guys. So we'll move on to the treatment, and then we'll come back to having some fun. Please put onto the comments of what you've experienced so far, so we can go from that, and also what you can do, what you can feel from what I'm going to do. So first off, I'm just going to send, and we've got lots of people, by the way, Rose, here from the USA. I know they're all popping on. So hi, guys. They all know who I am. So yeah, so lots of people here. So lots of energy workers here. So bring it all on. So we're just going to send out some nice, simple stuff today. Just some life force, just to give everybody a boost before I start in training with that energy. So it's just going to take it with Pangu, just sending some life force. So here we go. So take kindness and believeness as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Take kindness and believeness as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion. I've got some real good comments coming through, Rose. Oh my God. Okay, so they love your light language, a powerful ancient energy coming through. And another great comment, damn, those Kiwis dominating the world. So that's coming from some American friends. Very powerful in their own right. Heroes are celebrating. Yeah, so cool. Plus, we've got some really cool Kiwis on board today. Some from Wellington, Auckland, obviously. So welcome aboard, guys. Welcome aboard. So just sending some cheese, everybody. Everybody needs a boost. It's been a big week, okay? With those shaman resonance frequencies coming through. Lots of activity in the skies, basically. That's what's telling us. So this can be draining. So just giving a nice boost, everyone. So take kindness, believe in us as bases. Frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. So this is a passcode for one of the Qigongs that I learn and teach and do every day. So this is the foundation of my energy work. So must have life force, and this is how you cultivate it. If you learn the Qigong form, you'll cultivate it using this type of energy. So it's an Asian type of energy. You might feel that quite Asian, Chinese, compared to the other forms that I do. Okay, so just charging everybody up, and we're going to put some on my clipboard. I've got several people on the clipboard, so I'm going to put those on there. And then I am just going to ask my guides, again, like Rose, I don't even know what's going to happen, of what we're going to do. So, but we will focus on one area. So what is it? What area are we going to focus on? Is it 5 elements? Cranial nerves. Cranial nerves today. Okay, so organs, no. Cranial nerves so far. And the spine. Yes, spine. I thought that might come. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go right around the whole spine, including the cranial nerves, which are on the top of the head, basically, and they all link to all our senses. Because we're going through this magic change out there galactically or cosmic, universally, all our senses are changing. So we normally talk about the 5 senses, but actually we've got 12 senses, okay, and they're all related to the cranial nerves. So I'm just going to scan those as a group, and then we'll do some clearing of those. And once that might trigger some unusual gifts of yours, or might enhance them. Just go with the flow, because as our bodies evolve, we need to upskill in those sort of areas as well. So here we go. The cranial nerves, there's 12 of them. Okay, so which one of high priorities is what I'm checking for? Cranial 6. Okay, so 6 is we've all got these medical terms that I cannot pronounce, sorry guys. But cranial 6 is, oh, look at that, outward visions and dreams. Perfect. It goes along with one of my cards today too, so that's perfect. So we're just going to put that on the clipboard as well. So cranial 6. What else is there? Cranial 10, the vagus nerve. Okay, so the vagus nerve is the one that goes all the way down our spine and communicates to all our organs. So really, really important. Most people find they have tight necks when this one's got some blockages in it. So we'll put that on as well. Okay, it's a really communicator one. So that's the vagus nerve. And that's all about intuition as well, by the way, guys. And then 11 and 12. No, that's all that. So coming down there, so we've got cranial 6 and 10 on there on the clipboard. And we're going to come down the spine. So we've got like quite a lot of spine energy. So we're just going to go into the spine. So, okay. So 1, 2, 5. So C5. So C5 is related to the thorax one, definitely. Okay, down by my throat. Definitely put that one on there. So C5's on there. C6, C7, C1. T3 is going on there as well. There's a bit there. So that's a lung and lump definitely for me today. Okay, if everyone's suffering colds, and down in the southern hemisphere, guys, we're going through winter. And the northern hemisphere, they're going through summer. So a bit of change in seasons. This is affecting people. So a lot of hay fever up north. And down below, we've got the flu season coming through. So definitely putting that one there. So that's the lung and the lymphs. Put those in there. So T8, okay, so T8 is related to esophagus and pancreas. So our sugar, pancreas is related to sugar, all our blood sugars and stuff, and also to the spleen. So just helping with that one. And esophagus is obviously those with respiratory problems at the moment need that one as well. Okay, so that's all making sense. So it's like a big jigsaw puzzle. T9, T10, T11, and T12. Transverse column. So just putting that in there as well. So that's the bowel, the large intestine. Okay. And then we're going down to the lower parts, so L1, L2. L2 is going on. Kidneys. Okay, so definitely they're going on. Okay, that's our chi generator, and everybody's feeling really flat at the moment, so definitely putting those on there. So that's related to L2, L3, L4, L5. Good. L5, putting L5, so descending colon. So basically, the large intestine or the bowels, where we hold all our emotions. So, and as we're going through this transformation, you need to let those go up, come up, release, and then process. So we just give those a bit of a boost, so putting those on there. And then we're going to sacrum. So 1, 2, 4, and 5. 5's going on there. So yeah, a lot of gut stuff, guys. So a lot of emotion stuff. We're going to put all that on a clipboard as well. So we're just going to put that on there. And I'm going to have a coughing fit soon. Sorry, guys, if I do. My throat's just flaring up. All right, let's deal with all those on my clipboard. What are we going to do? We're going to use Blu-ray or Pengu. Here's my cough. Blu-ray. Let's do Blu-ray, eh? Let's call them in. All right, let's do, just put the hunch. Okay, so you might see them around me. They're nice, tall, blue beings. Please comment if you see them. I love working with them. They're amazing. Okay, so yeah, just feel the energy coming in. Okay, I'm calling them in. Help. We're going to do clearing. Yes, I'm going to do clearing thing. So this is where I make the shush sound. Okay, so the mics might cut out because it's quite high pitch. Okay, and my throat at the moment could be croaky. Okay, so I'm just going to let myself be a tool with the Blu-ray. So let the Blu-rays come in. And we're just going to put everything that's on my clipboard into a nice chi ball. And then we're going to break it all up. Shh, 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 All right. I just got something. Somebody's ringing me. Why is somebody ringing me? Anyway, so carrying on. So cool. Just checking if we all go. So just wiping some Blu-ray around everything. Make sure it feels good. Feels a lot better. Oh my god! Wow. Whew. Now let's just charge it with some Blu-ray as well. So activating Blu-ray charge. So what we've done, we've just broken down the energy, and then so just broken that down, and now we've got to fill it up. So when we break down energy, we do have to fill it up again. Well, I like to fill it up again with some positive energy or some light. So we're doing blue light today, and we're going to just layer that with a bit of Passcode with the password. So bringing in some source light as well. So just filling up all the gaps all around the cells, because we're basically working at cellular level as well. So just going to remember that energy is so fine; it goes everywhere. So I'm just going to fill that up with some white light as well. So take kindness and believingness as basis, and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. And again, take kindness and believingness as basis, take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. So charging up those cranial nerves, remember we spoke about 12 of them, so charging all those up, giving them some energy, some boost, then also right down the spinal points. Okay, so there's lots of, literally this week, lots of lower back problems, people putting backs out. It's been a really weird week for that sort of stuff. So hopefully this helps everybody out there with that. Plus, we're energizing with all those points down the spine. We're energizing all the organs as well. Okay, so they're all connected to all the organs, and obviously those organs all connect to the emotions. So just overall tuning everybody out. Okay, so if you've got any comments, chuck them in the comments. What have you experienced? I had an amazing experience with the light language. What do you feel from that? What have you seen or heard or felt from my little treatment with the blue beings? Put it in the comments, because some of us aren't as skilled as others or don't have as many gifts as others, and we love to hear what's going on. We love to be part of the experience. So please put it in there. Don't be afraid. Put it in there. And I'm going to cough again. Over to you, Rose. Sorry, guys.
You okay, Chantelle?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Sorry,
good.
guys. Oh my god.
You're okay. You're on mute. I can't hear you if you want me to hear you.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. So everyone, I just while Chantelle is getting herself together, I just want to say it's important to remember that when we're working with things like the vagus nerve and the intestines, that we are clearing stuff there. But the question to ask is, okay, so what chakra is aligned to this, or where is, when we're feeling pain and discomfort in a certain area, what chakra is it that is in that zone, right? So your vagus nerve is at the back of your neck, and the altar major chakra is there. So go on and have a look and see, if this is the case, then what does that mean? What does the altar major do for you? How can you clear it? How can you, what can you do? Do a meditation to realign, balance, clear, all of those things, and get it spinning on its axis, so that you can start feeling well. So whenever there's pain in the body, then that's something to be questioning, I would think. So Chantelle, are you okay? Ready?
Just.
Okay,
Sorry,
wonderful.
Something's caught in the back of my throat.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got Caroline feeding back. I love it when Caroline feeds back. Not feeling so achy now. Okay, so that's just some of the feedback we get back. What else is on that? Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just recovering from a massive coughing fit. So how did everyone else go? Rose, how did that session go for you?
For me, okay, I'll keep talking, all right, because I was just saying to everybody whilst you were away that, when we are, like you were talking, I don't know if you heard any of what I said, when you were talking about the vagus nerve,
yeah,
then there's a chakra that's aligned to that, and that is our altar major chakra. And what does the altar major do for us? We need to find out about that, do some meditation in our own space. Now, for me, I always find that when you come into the space, I suddenly have this heat going through the back of my spine, to the back of my head, all the way down my spine, right, when we're doing this. But whilst you're doing the healing, I felt a lot of impression in my chest area, my heart chakra, and upper heart, the thymus gland, just really feeling like there's a lot of clearing going on there. And at the moment, we are in heart space, aren't we? Yeah. We are having to really work on operating from heart. So I'm carrying on talking. You just tell me when you need me to stop, so you carry on. Okay.
The thymus is right there as well, which is related to the immune system, and obviously L3. Yes. We picked up today, was picked up on the scan and the body scan that we did. So that's definitely a point that we worked on today. So yeah, good feedback. Yeah. Wow.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
And is that about us today? We're trying to keep these nice and short, guys, because
that's right.
We're going down to 16 hours out of 24. We're trying to squeeze everything into our days. So we're trying to keep them nice and quick, and so you can easily hear them again, or listen to them again.
Okay. So I just want to say quickly to everybody, thank you very much for joining us. And thank you, Chantelle, for your amazing work.
No.
And my words to everyone is be easy with yourself. Remember, if we are really and truly, and it feels like we've lost hours in the day, if we're really and truly 16 hours a day, work out what is important in your life that you need to be, it's time to reevaluate how we do our days. And transformation to the fifth dimension and above means that we're no longer on Earth's time.
No. Okay, we're not. Okay, so it's a matter of finding the tricks of the trade and working out how much time we can grow or work dimensionally. Yeah.
Okay, Chantelle, over to you to say goodbye to everybody and whatever you need to say. I realize that you're struggling to speak, but I can't just let it go like that.
Yeah, before I have another coughing fit, guys. Sorry about that, but obviously coming off a really big high last week, and it's hit me. My body thought I was going into recovery mode. I was at a beautiful apartment up in the Bay of Islands, New Zealand. Sun was out, and the body was like, yes, it's time to recover. And I came back with, man, knocked me around this week. So the body is definitely telling me it's, winter time to rest and recover. So unfortunately, my body is, it's told me. So thanks everybody for coming. If you want to know more about me, jump on my website, www.bioenergetics with an X, because I'm absolutely amazing. No, .co.nz. And I do these sort of group treatments. I also teach you how to cultivate your own energy, okay, so you can do this and grow your own gifts and have the energy to heal yourself. Okay, I also do one-on-ones, and I also have lots of tools to do body scans. Okay, if you don't believe in the intuitive energy side of things, I do have tools or computerized programs or voice scanners that can do your body scan, just like what we did today, or you can do it with me. Okay, very simple. So that's what I do, and I love having these sessions with Rose. Rose is so wise, so I would like to thank Rose for allowing me to be on these. We've discovered some amazing stuff. So and with all our guides, thank all our guides and all our beings around us. They're amazing, okay, and they're so wise, and they've got to have us to be able to communicate. So it's a pleasure to be one of those tools, to be a communicator for them. It's an amazing experience. So thank you, Rose. Thank you our audience for joining in today. This is the best one we've had. We've actually got all the tech right. So thank you so much for everybody commenting. It's made my day. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye.
Take care.